Hey, what's up, guys? All right, I'm back. Can everybody hear me? Everybody hear me? Another rainy day. James says, "Good morning." Am I clear now? Is my voice working? Everybody hear me? Excellent. All right, cool. Hey, so let's restart back over again. And I just wanted to jump on and talk to you guys today. I hope you guys are having a really great half of a week so far. It's Wednesday. It's lump day, hump day, whatever you want to call it. So, I was sitting here thinking, and everywhere I look in trucking, it's like a brick wall, right? Like, it's like a brick wall. It's like we just came to a stop. We were all on this train and it was freaking going. And next thing you know, the wheels squeak and we're just like, we're grinding across the tracks, man. And it's crazy. It could be health issues, it could be equipment issues, it could be driver issues, it could be load board issues, it could be not understanding customer issues, it could be all these different things. You know, in this last year, I've been reevaluating myself. You know what I mean? A really big. I've been thinking about everything I've done. I look at the people that I've worked with, the things I've taught, the programs I've helped build, the factoring companies. I mean, you go for a guy like me, I go back 13 years. And and I know like right now it's so gloomy. Like it's scary because like one minute the low boards aren't doing that, next minute it's this, the next minute's this, next minute's that. You know, it's just like Betty. I see people when the industry from bull hauling drops out, and the next thing you know, they come to the freight industry, and then the bull hauling industry's back up again. I see people in the reefer business going from reefer, transition to dry van, car haulers to flatbed. You know, everything's a mystery. It's like it's what works next, what product, all these different things. So for me, I'm in that brick wall mode. I'm in the reevaluating mode. Do I teach? Do I share the knowledge? Do I share the wealth of information and try to keep being a visionary? Or do I join the masses and start running my own companies and just keep it for myself? Man, I've been doing these videos forever. I've been listening to my wife for like the last year. It's like deja vu back whenever I started doing the training for free back in um, 17, where I did that, rented an office, brought people here, paid all the bills, expenses like an idiot, and I allowed 500 to 600 people. Man, I allowed everybody to come. It's crazy too, because when they come, they took my stuff. They took my stuff, they shared my stuff, they stole the stuff, and he just put it out there. And you wonder why some of the most successful people in the world that run the biggest businesses are top notch quiet. You know what I mean? They're like, they don't tell a secret. I go back to 2017, 2 months before e-logs came in, that one rush in 17. The best thing that ever happened to me was 2006 when I met Melissa and got into trucking. This is more like a teaching testimonial, right? And when I got into trucking, it was a rush. I had a real good friend of mine help me. We bought trucks, we bought 14 of them, 25 trailers. Then I learned that I wanted to be more diverse, and I went straight owner operators, and I had the greatest owner operators forever. We ran regional, local. We didn't freight chase. You never see my trucks anywhere that didn't make sense in the Midwest. My dispatching trucks were 50-50, and it was great because I could run 7, 8 dispatch trucks in my fleet of trucks, and I still had time to find customers, network, sell residuals, and invite people to my office for 7 years. I invited people to sit right across the desk from me. Never even charged them. I just made residuals. And I allowed them to come in and see me teaching or running my trucks, booking loads, being in the fire in the moment when it was up and down. Since 17, I've sat in here and I've taught people my secrets, told people what to do, painted visions like crazy, watched programs build and make money. People use the stuff because we don't think outside the box. You think of it every day. We sit here and we yell about networking, posting, researching, building lanes. I'll get a dispatcher in here that's been here for 7 years. I get a dispatcher in here that's been here for 7 years. In 5 minutes, I'm like, you got a guy in Wyoming? Build round trips. Look for volume. Once you find one, add two, then three. Get away from the load boards. Use the same guys and keep adding more. But we don't do it because we really don't want to work. I say come in and make 30, 40 calls a day to customers. Just call them. Be like, hi, my name's so-and-so. Then do it again the next day. Don't get mad because you didn't get anything out of it. Keep fucking doing it. When you find a good load going somewhere and then post direction coming right back, stop going anywhere or where next one pays the best. Why don't we build lanes? Why do we get mad at ourselves and go live off our other businesses and park our company trucks because the drivers suck and no one wants to work for you because they all want to own our stuff? Why don't we just charge them a down payment, flip the trucks, and let them pay for everything? That's what they wanted. And you go and still build your product. Why don't we understand that as a carrier, we do have power? We just don't know what to do with it besides our own little realm. We preach it over and over all the time. We tell it. We tell secrets. We talk about calling. We talk about not being just a broker, being a logistics, building relationships with carriers, sell to the customers so you don't leave the asset customers on the table and you have an opportunity because carriers don't sell. But we don't do it. We talk about going to e-carrier check, building spreadsheets. We don't do it. We don't do it proactively. We do it, and then it doesn't get nowhere. And then we go back to what got us where we're at and sit there with our fingers stuck up our nose. I sit here in my office till this morning, getting ready to go into a meeting with my team, and I'm trying to figure out, well, cold calling works, but sending out emails, no one answers them. Sending out text blasts to give information, no one's responding because there's so many people doing it. Everybody right now just wants to fix. They want you to give them the loads. They don't want to find the loads. They want you to control the trucks because they don't want to do the work because they're gloomy. We're trying to keep the lights on. It's like you go and you want to work with people one-on-one and show them exactly what to do, but people don't want to take the time to do it because we still have to keep the lights on. How are we going to change from what we're doing now? That takes work. I got to go away from my kids. I got to do this. I don't want to do that. All I wanted to do was have a trucking company or a brokerage business or a dispatching service. Do you guys think the teaching's only there when the rush is in? People just don't care. The obvious choices are the hardest for people to make. Just jump. Worst thing you can do is fail. That's the scary part. Failing. Do you let your wife down? Do you let your kids down? Scary in this industry. What do I do? This is what I see from all the trucking companies, not me personally myself. I personally know what to do. I know that if I want to change my business, I need to join the family and charge 8% for dispatching because people are stupid enough to pay it all day long, every day, instead of doing it themselves. If they're not going to do it, why not make the money off of it? Everybody else is. If I'm going to change something, I need to go in a room and sell customers. If I'm going to change something, I need to sit in here and call 30, 40 carriers a day and ask them personally on the phone what the fuck's going on. And if there's an opportunity for me to help them, I need to use my services to advantage them instead of teaching other people to go use their service to do what I should be doing myself, because you don't want to do the people don't want to do the work anyways. Kimberly was on here a second ago as live, and she's like, "Man, I'm networking. I'm making 20 calls a day. Why do we make this so hard?" Like, literally, people get on the phone with me, and I show them posting, searching with direction, and the calls start coming in. Why do we quit networking? I'm sitting here looking at myself right now going, I want to replace 120, 150,000 a year. I don't need to be rich. I need to add back to what I lost. So if I can make 150,000 a year, I'm like, well, if I run at five trucks at or 8,000, whatever, let's say 7,000 a week, 35,000, right? That's 2,800 a week. So I need five trucks to replace what I need to do because you guys aren't doing it yourself. Well, fuck, I have Indian guys, I got foreigners, I got everybody else, and people sitting in my office that are sitting here doing it and stuff like that. When you get tired of teaching people and telling them, Dan always says, when you get people don't give away their secrets. They just provide the services and let everybody else try to figure it out. You know what I mean? Morning, guys. The obvious choices are ours. They pay dispatchers 10 to 15%. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, to do something you can do yourself. How long are we going to keep preaching? Do this, do that, take time, change, build your business, grow your company, work it yourself, do this. I mean, you're on YouTube. Those guys ain't got no answers. You barely turn on Facebook. Instagram's off the chain. I don't even know if it's going. TikTok's on fire because people, you know, I guess. I don't know. All I know is real work, like showing up in the morning at 6:37 and leaving at midnight, or it's 5 or 6 o'clock, and doing the work. The only problem is how are you doing the work? What are you doing? It's that brick wall, hitting right into the brick wall. In this economy, we have to shovel our way out one at a time. Maybe, are you guys flipping your equipment? Are you calling customers? Are you calling brokers? The ones I see that have the freight, the real lanes, and the products, they don't want to put it on low boards. As soon as they get a possible opportunity, they're done. They're gone. It's not on the low board no more. Money is with direct shippers. So if I go and help my team, Isaiah, Stan, and all these guys get shippers, should I just sell the freight one way? Or should I go and charge a percentage to book the backhauls and just do the work for them because people don't want to do it themselves and make money? What should I do? Should I stop wasting time doing these videos trying to motivate you guys in the morning while we're drinking coffee? And worry about myself and go build the spreadsheets and get more customers and supply you the freight? Should I call more carriers to pull the freight and when they don't know what they're doing, sell them dispatching and compliance? And stop worrying about consulting at $100 measly an hour to teach you guys secrets that you can make tons of monies if you do the fucking work, but most people don't. I mean, as far as I know, like, because I don't see people redoing the, like, you know what I mean? I get that part. I already know that, like the low boards. But the best friend I'm talking about right now, what do we do? Do we change our ways because no one cares anymore and all they care about is LBGD and this, that, and what the government, I mean, whatever's going on, whether a guy drinks Bud Light or not? Or in the real world, do we care about making money, keeping the lights on, diversifying our company, and growing? You know what I mean? Like, I think about it all the time. Like, I tell people to join 480 Facebook groups, to get on LinkedIn and everywhere and sell their product. And then the next thing they do is put 8 to 20%, 80-20 split, or this. We got IFTA, we got 24 non-force dispatch, we got that with a pretty flyer in a truck. And they wonder why they can't recruit. People have company drivers. Company truck, how are you doing?
Didn't know you was here.
That's all right. I'm always here. Yeah. People have. I'm talking on. I'm on my live, doing a video. How are you?
Okay. We're going to start putting that furnace in over here. I don't know if you know about it.
I know.
One went bad on the roof. We're going to put it in that room over there. But my brother ain't here yet, so I can come around this way.
You come anytime you want. You don't bother us.
I still can't get in that room over there.
Oh yeah, he won't be here until 9.
Probably 9:30.
No, about 9. He's really here right at 9.
Really?
Yeah, he'll be here in about 6 minutes if he's not here.
It's pretty close to 9.
Yeah, he'll be here.
I can't get in there. But can I go out this way?
Yeah, you go out that way. Turn that knob and rock through. Sorry, guys. So it's just like a dilemma because I'm talking to the real world because I still see people trying to get rich off dispatch webinars. I see all this stuff, but it's not the real. The real part is the work because it's not funny no more. The bright lights aren't shining. The gold's not falling from the sky. So do we teach and educate? Try to motivate and vision? Or we do what my wife says and get back to work? Do I go against my traits and start doing dispatching and booking the loads? It's easy for me to do it, and I got to do something because my business is the same. If I'm not teaching people nonstop every day, trying to help them change their lives, then I have to be changing my own because I'm at a brick wall. My business is perfect. I just got to do more of it and get on track. Like Isaiah and Dan and all those guys, they're right where we need. The compliance company's right where it's ready to go. The Don with the dispatching and stuff, it's ready to go. But if I don't figure out what I'm going to do and guide something with my experience, then it's not going to go anywhere. Do I build the products to cater to the masses without the education, like everybody wants? Or do you keep being a visionary and wanting to change the industry and help people know all these things that me and Frank have talked about for so long? You know what I mean? Like, do you really want to network? Do you really want to build lanes? Do you really want to eliminate your $30,000 to $40,000, $50,000 trucks that you can't sell no more because the market's flipped and keep in business? I mean, you think about it. You have a company driver and you probably only make $750 to $1,000 a week and you pay for everything. You could take the same truck, invest it to a driver, make him put a down payment like going to Lone Mountain or these places. They will come to you. But the problem is they're not going to come to you if you don't have a product. It's the truth, Kimberly. People are talking. I don't know why people say customers aren't answering the phone because we called the other day and I just went to Google, typed in the steel with the boys in the room, and 2 out of 3 answered and talked. Did I get what I wanted? No. One guy, Luke, told me December because they do it all in contracts. They keep in touch with them. And another guy told me that they have so many carriers and 169 brokers already in a list that they didn't need anymore. I charge $100 an hour to make calls with people to help them get motivated to do it. And it's like, why? How many really do it though? Like, I think most people that do networking do it for a few minutes and find out it's real work. So then we don't do it. What do you guys think? That's perfect. I'd be calling every one of them. Just call. Spend 2 hours a day making calls. You guys act like it's really hard to make a call, right? So it's like, hey, you look at Goop. That's right. You didn't get no. They never. A no is nothing. It's called follow up. A no is follow up. We don't need you right now. Call back when it is. It's crazy. How many people, like, really? Hi, my name is Shaggy. I'm in logistics. How are you doing? I was calling because I noticed that you guys do flatbeds, dry van, reefers, RG and low boys, double drop, step decks, box trucks, whatever. Because I see these type trucks at your facility. The only thing I'm confused on is I know you use my trucks. I know you have my freight. I know you do drive by hook and live load. But are you guys taking on any brokers or carriers, or do you work with both or right now? And if so, who would I talk to? And start your research. You can land this guy in a year. You can land him next week. Whatever. It takes time, and they do call back because I see it happening in our own brokerage right now. But if you don't do the sales, it's never going to work. It's just like Dan said. Well, we get these 3 customers. We're going to work and focus on getting them moved first, and we'll move to the next ones. I'm like, shit. No, we want like fucking 20. So if what we want volume. Want to be able to move it all. Well, can you handle the volume right now? We got more than enough team. Everybody needs freight. They're all starving. E-carrier check is insane because you can look up the shippers, you can look up the brokers, and then you can look up the carriers and literally see what everybody's doing. I love e-carrier check. I'm on it all day, every day. My whole team is. Everybody. Actually, they love us so much. Everybody has a user account here. We all do. Like there's 9 of us. So I'm talking to you guys, the 8 that's watching. When do you come to a realization that your product has to change? Me too. It's right here. See? Right there. I got it right there. I'll tell you a great thing too, Kimberly, that's free while you're on here. And I didn't find this, and I know there's a lot of stuff out here, so don't have a shocker, right? But, another good thing to do too is I don't know if you're using this already, but you got like HubSpot, which is a CRM, which is really cool. But then there's also this thing that, and I'm not a technology guy, right? I'm the worker. And uh, Justin in the group, he's one of our sales guys. He gave it to us. It's called Mail Tracker IO. It's badass. It's free. And I mean, I sent out 55 emails 2 days in a row to different people. And it shows me if they open it and it tracks it. It's pretty cool. And then it tells you how many do. It's kind of neat if you guys don't use that. It's a big lifesaver because then you can actually turn around and call the guy back and say, I noticed you opened my email and I was wanting to see if I can get an appointment set up with you to talk to you more about your freight opportunities with our assets we have to help you. You know what I mean? And it's just, all these little things make such a huge difference. But you guys don't do it. Well, Kimberly's doing it. How many do it? How many of you guys have your spreadsheets right here every day and you're adding to them? Not one day does it you go without adding people to your spreadsheet. How many people do you go through? Oh, I got like 40, I got like 4,000 something on here. You know what I mean? When you're at a brick wall in your business plan, what do? How do you reevaluate? Do you focus on what you're good at and what makes you money now, and then reevaluate and then add to it? Or are you stupid like me where you go and open 4 or 5 different ones at once and try to build them all? What's really cool about eCarrier Check too, Kimberly, is the hiring index helps you out a lot because if you pay attention to the hiring index based off the bill of weightings and the type size of carriers that are going in, that hiring index really gives you an idea of what customers you can go after based off the type of people they work with. It's really huge because you can tell like the size of the carriers when you look at the higher hiring index. You know what I mean? It helps out a lot. Anyways, I didn't really have a real topic. I just wanted to come on. I feel like I'm losing ass on reefer stuff. Man, it is. It's just a slow market. Like everything in the world is like at the bottom. I mean, who could afford the groceries in the first place? Think about it. I'm not trying to get negative though, right? Well, fuck, you feed your family. If you don't eat crap that makes you fatter and crap, you try to do it somewhat healthy, you're at $40, $50, and just groceries for a 4-person family. Hell, they got it down to where you can go to a mom and slot place and eat for less than that. So if groceries and food are higher, it's a big problem. So is that how we do things? Is when one market sucks, we sell our whole freight, move to the next one? If we have owner operator if we're doing owner operators, then we know that the step deck market we can convert that way. But it's like, does owner operators with step decks just fly out of the sky? I mean, I know everybody can run out there and buy an $80,000 step deck tomorrow just to switch when they're already down on their luck in their current freight volume, right? So do we just switch? Or do we build lanes with the product we have? Because I mean, I see lots of dry van freight still moving, just not on the low boards. I see lots of products moving. No, you got to concentrate on one thing, and no owner operators don't fall out of the sky. So what do we do when we hit a brick wall? When you're in your business right now and you're at a brick wall, low boards aren't working, drivers are upset. It's like your first conversation is hope today is better than yesterday, you know? I think about these brick walls all the time because I'm sitting at one right now. It'd be different if I started a business where I only had me to worry about, me, myself, and I, and maybe one or two others, but I don't. I have a team, and now they're all committed, so we're stuck. So, how does a business owner turn his business around to where he's feeding a product in this industry? That's a good one. Plow through a full stream head. It's called brick wall. You're at a brick wall where you just stand there licking the pavement, going, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, one, you network and make calls. So I'm at the brick wall to where I keep teaching it or do it for myself and go back to dispatching trucks so I can leverage the other resources again because everybody's in a gloom and they don't want to they didn't do the work, right? None of us did the work when we should have, right, Kimberly? Because we had it easy. I mean, shit. It was like, dude, it was so easy. It was like all you had to do is go buy a truck, get an authority, and money fell out of the fucking sky. See it? Look, it just dangled, right? Everybody's like, look at this. Look, it's falling everywhere. We're all getting rich. Yeah. Now you're over here going, wow, I got $1. Hey, can you help me? I need you to do it for free. No, I didn't do that when he told me to. I didn't do any of the networking. I don't do any of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm probably going to cut back on the videos too. This morning. I was to the point where I'm like, do the people even follow the steps that you do or not, or is it too much work? Do we quit doing all the work because we have to get back to paying the bills? Is that the problem? I don't know. Like, I'm wondering, why don't people do the networking, build a plan, and stay after it? Why do we just throw money out there and give it away? Got to call, got to go. Thanks, Shaggy. Later, Kimberly. Nice to see you. Anyways, I just wanted to come on and ask what you're doing to keep from hitting a brick wall. Are you being proactive? Are you networking? Are you building lanes? Are you utilizing other services besides DAT? You got to think about your plan. Today, I'm going to be thinking about mine. I'm going to be working on getting customers for the brokerage. I'm going to be working on getting compliance carriers for my company that need help with compliance because right now we're not worried about compliance and safety because we're worried about freight. That's what we're worried about, moving our trucks. If we were moving our trucks and we are making money, then we'd be switching to compliance safety. But no one wants to change compliance and safety and do anything when they're all having trouble with freight. Freight, that's what we need. We need freight. We need to pay the bills, move the trucks. So me, I'm going to be thinking, do I go back to dispatching and use my team that I have that I've been letting sit there and not teaching and I know what I can do to make them better? And just do it all myself and control the trucks like everybody else does? Or do we try to keep being a visionary, to keep inspiring people? Continue trying to teach them to run their own business, learn diversity, learn how to build a local dedicated regional route, posting with direction, searching direction, looking for volume even though you don't need it. Learning what to do with the why a brokerage is important to a 1 to 3 to 4 to 5 truck company so he can be bigger than he is, and then how to build relationships with carriers that you don't even like in the first place. You were just worried about yourself is why you're doing it. All these businesses that I work with, when you're helping them and feeding them, they're your agenda. As soon as they're gone or you're not doing it, they don't need you no more. Isn't that crazy how it works? When you're giving them really good stuff and you're giving them things and you're feeding them, drivers are great. As soon as it stops with no product, they're gone. Isn't that freight chasing? It's like a freight chasing business. How do you have a business with no product? And if you don't work your product to make money for your business, you don't have a business. Isn't that how it works? It's like, ding, I've been teaching it forever and I need to do it myself. It is hard. It is. Compliance and safety is hard because you have to pay, and insurance is hard because you have to have the freight to pay the bills. You have to have the freight to pay your household income. You have to have the freight and then you think about it. Every load you lose, one load a week, you're done. So many people are caught up right now. Like when I used to dispatch and I was charging the 200 a week, the 250 a week, and all that. I always wanted to do it because I think I would be a part of the product of the carrier instead of raping the carrier, screwing the carrier. And sometimes anymore, I sit here and think about every one of them that were like, every dispatcher I ever talked to that tried to do the flat fee, they're like, where you try to be a part of the company and help them grow. They're like, all the work that's involved, all the discussions, all the beating them down, all the brain surgery involved, everything. I agree. One, and this is after all these years of training. People just want the freight. They just want to move the trucks and they just want to see the money in the bank. And as long as it keeps pouring, they don't care. And then you guys got like people like John up in Chicago putting a 5-year award on this guy that's getting a third brand new truck in 7 years. And there are 90 trucks and he's got a warehouse, he's got the trucks, he's got day cabs, he's got everything. And he started with a couple and he just keeps adding more and servicing customers. Sometimes you have to reevaluate. And I've been thinking about this for the last 3 days. You have to run a business. You have to be involved. You have to be the leader. You literally have to be in control. It's super gloomy out there and it's scary for everybody. I mean, you look at these people, like I go to Planet Fitness and there's this guy named Marion in there, and I sit there and look at him. He's retired. All he does is mow his yard and go to the Planet Fitness every week. He did a painter. His wife was a office worker at ISU, and he was a painter at ISU. Arthur says Thunder funding sucks. Yeah, everybody has a bad experience, man. Like with one or the other. Some people say Optify sucks. Some people say Thunder sucks. Some people say Triumph sucks. Some people say TAS sucks. Some people like TAS. I don't know why, but you know what I mean. A lot of different things, guys. That's the greatest thing about opinion in business. You all have choices, decisions to do whatever you want. I get it. You know, Shaggy. Hey, hey, hold on a second. Can I give you a call right back? I will. Hold on a second. Rates suck, but it's funny because 1 minute a guy says rates sucks, and 1 minute a lady finds $2 and $3 a mile freight round trip from Denver to Wyoming. Isn't that weird? That's weird, huh? Arthur, that's weird, right? Then 1 minute a guy's in North Carolina and yep. I hear this all the time, but do you guys do one way? Do you post with direction and social and do social? Do you post with direction, search with direction? Do you look 30 to 60 days out past when your truck is empty tomorrow? And Arthur, if I was a customer or a broker that needed to give you that freight or projects that you wanted specifically for your trucking company, how the fuck would I find you to offer it to you on a daily basis or ahead of time before you even need it? And are you even looking? No, I preach this stuff all the time and no one even listens. We just sit there and yell about brokers keeping all the rates, people leaving the money on the table, stupid carriers don't know what they're doing. Pull out the mirror, turn it around. Anyways, I'm still doing it. If you guys need help with your business, consulting until I quit, I'm not quitting the business. I'm still going to keep my brokerage compliance and everything and do stuff. I'm just really thinking about reevaluating. And by next Monday, I'll have it figured out. Everybody's got to change and we got to move forward. And it's like you can keep teaching the masses, enjoying the masses, and keep being a part of the masses, or you can build the product and do it all yourself. Pretty much. And just do it. That's why trucking companies get big. That's why trucking companies get big. So my 17th year and 13th year doing this, man. I was out here before any of these guys. Half the 90%. Like I remember Scott Woods, Dennis Brown, and a few of them. But like I remember we were doing this stuff back when you had to take fucking stickers and take them off, print numbers off FMCSA and send letters out. You know what I mean? That's the only way you can communicate. Mailing. Yep. Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you guys a lot. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys. My phone's ringing about being proactive, having faith. And if you're at that brick wall, which way are you going to go? Through it? Around it? Over it? How are you going to get there? I don't even know if people anymore watch my videos. I know there's some do because Kimberly said she's networking now. Things got to change. This industry is not the same. It's time to go back to run a trucking business, run dispatching, run a brokerage, and provide the product, be the product. instead of teaching everybody else to do it. People don't want to do the work. They don't want to listen. It's hard. It's time consuming. You really mean I got to do all that? I had a lady yesterday tell me she would rather work for trucking companies where her trucks are leased than to have her own authority and actually work it, find the freight, and do the network. Broke my heart. Why do people want to leave such great opportunities on the table when they have such good opportunities? I get it, Jonathan. We've been watching. How long have me and you been in here and doing all this stuff, Jonathan? You know what I mean? And it was one of my biggest mistakes, like really, like one of my biggest mistakes I always did is instead of talking more about the process when I did webinars, I always talked about the vision and the money. You know how fucking hard it is to get that money? You guys know how hard it is to build up a residual check of $21,000 in factoring residuals? Do you understand how hard it is to get at so many insurance clients that you're making $10,000 to $20,000, $30,000 a month in insurance residuals, knowingly that any of those can be dictatedly gone tomorrow? Everybody's like, I want to do that. You know how hard it is? You can't do it by yourself. You have to build a network of people that trust you, that refer, and all this stuff. It's not easy. And then you have to keep it. So you have to keep pouring into that product, because if you don't keep pouring into it, then it starts to dwindle away. Then you got to go back to this product and build this one up. Then you got to build this one up, and it all has to keep going. And you're only one person, and you're the owner of the business. And then when everybody else gets distracted or a new thing comes up, they leave. You're still in charge of your business, and you still got to pay your bills and do it. I totally get it. I don't know. First off, I wouldn't even be calling on a load that's $800 or 700 miles, because I'm not going to be on the load board hauling that shit. It wouldn't even pick up the phone, so there's no use for me to do it. Number two, I would be networking off the load boards using e-carrier check, finding people in specific cities with volume that want to use your trucks all the time because the rates are higher. But if you want to just keep calling on loads and playing with those guys and playing that little game in those volumes like that, doing what you're doing, Arthur, by all means, keep doing it. You want to change something, Arthur? Get set up. Let's talk, and I'll show you how to do it. You know what I mean? And then you could go do it for a few minutes and go back to doing the load board or having a dispatcher call you offering you shit. Going to a place sitting waiting for more shit because you chased the freight that did pay because you're too lazy to build a product with volume. I get it. I don't fucking know what you want me to tell you. Go out there, post your fucking truck from one city where you live to another city, and turn around and come back. And do it to 3 or 4 more cities, and do it for 30 to 60 days out, and tell people you have volume when you don't. So they'll call you and offer it. You know how to ask more questions than when does it pick up? When does it deliver? What's the load pay? What's the weight? What's the commodity? And is that all you got in it? Oh my God. You know what I mean? Fucking do something. Hustle. How many customers have you called and offered your truck to before you want to yell, run your fucking mouth about brokers? Tell me, how many customers have you called to get freight from? And if you got the freight, would you know how to cover more than what you just need, Arthur, for yourself to compete with a broker that covers more than you? I'm just asking for a friend because everybody's got a statement to make. You know what I mean? Or you just sit out there relying on brokers hoping they pay you because it's their job to give you everything you need. No, it's not. And everybody's problem is different. If Arthur has one truck and he's driving, his problem is different than a guy that has 5 owner operators, where the owner operators are paying for everything, and the guy that owns the trucking company doesn't have anything but the owner operators. You got a guy with company trucks where you have to feed more miles than what. Everything changes. Is that their fault that they were smarter than you? Is it their fault that they have 3 owner operators leased on? They're giving them 3 to 4,000 a week based off their local dedicated regional product, and you're out there and you don't have any owner operators. So if your truck's messed up or loses a week, it takes you 4 weeks to catch up. Those guys don't have to catch up because they already have the extra money that they didn't need. It's not my fault. It's not my fault your trucks are parked. It's not my fault that you guys do that. Do some fucking work. Run your business. They have a corporate office to maintain. They got employees. You're one guy or two guys running around a truck in a business where you're not doing anything with it, and you think you are. So it's like, is your product provide service, or is your product just a one and done? What is your product? What are you selling? I don't even know if people want pre-planned home on weekends, making $7,000 to $8,000 consistently, where they have a paycheck, making $120,000 a year anymore after expenses. I don't even freaking know, because the way I look at it, everybody wants to call some guy in a third world country to fucking fix his e-logs, run 4,000 miles a week, stay out months at a time, and they need $11,000 a week. I don't get it. But I got 45 minutes into this call. We're past time. I got to go. It's 9:30. I got work to do. Appreciate you guys. I hope you got some input, man. And I'll keep you updated on what we're doing. But there's going to be some huge changes coming in the next 4 weeks. And we're going to start providing a product instead of teaching a product. And it's coming. See you guys soon. Peace out. If you guys need us, look up shaggysconsulting.com or just give me a call. And I love you guys to death. And I think you're the best in the world. And if I do quit the training, man, this week, and I take down the consulting, I've already got the webinars down. Man, I appreciate you guys 100%, and I can't wait to work with you on our brokerage and our dispatching and our compliance company. You know what I mean? But everybody has a wall, and you can't sit around trying to give away secrets and educate people to make $500 or $1,000 a week on $100 an hour one-on-ones. It's just not worth it, and no one wants the boot camps because the reality of it isn't there, because it takes too much work, too much time. It doesn't happen that fast. The only time it happens that fast is when we're in a fake market, when there's more freight than trucks. The rest of the world, the rest of the years, you're just grinding. And if you're grinding and you look at your products right now and they're not making money, change them, diversify them, add to it. Or fuck it, just keep doing what you're doing and fucking go in the hole, crash your business and burn. I don't know. You know what I mean? I've been trying to tell you guys forever. Peace.